Hi, welcome. Good morning. Bienvenue or whatever. It's Thursday, 16th of August 2018. Welcome to Real-Time Daily Trading Ideas. We have 5 days a week, 5 different traders. We will speak about trading ideas, strategies, market screening, and maybe 1 or 2 questions from your side directly answered in our webinar. Our goal is quick and smart, so let's have a nice start like every day. And like every day, we will start with our risk disclaimer. Forex and CFDs are complex instruments and come with a high risk of losing money rapidly due to leverage. If you're a starter, please start with a demo account and make yourself familiar with long trading, short trading, leverage trading, and your personal risk management. If you'd like to read the full risk disclaimer, just visit one of our web pages, for example, admiralmarkets.com, and you will find everything written down there. From August 2018, it's also important to know about the differences between retail clients and professional clients. Retail clients will get a maximum leverage up to 30. If you are a professional client, you can apply for this status and you still can get a higher leverage. In our webinars, we are using a demo account. In a demo account, anybody can get the high leverage. Check all the details out on our web pages like admiralmarkets.com. Yeah, it's all about ESMA from August 2018. It's important. A picture shows more than 1,000 words. If you traded before the new ESMA regulation, you maybe need with a high leverage only margin requirement of 24 euro for the DAX and now 600 euro in this example. Same for euro dollar, 200 to 3,333. All the details also available on admiralmarkets.com. Retail clients will have an unlimited protection against negative balances. A professional client will have our negative balance protection policy, a protection up to 50,000 British pounds, what is round about 70,000 euro. All details also here about the link, what you can see here. This is me. My name is Jens. My English is made in Germany, so I'm the German guy from Admiral Markets. We are a big international Forex and CFD broker, but I'm not the main speaker. The main speaker is the day trader of today. This is our scheme. On Monday, it's Jay's day. On Tuesday, it's Paul's day. On Wednesday, it's Giancarlo's day. Like today, on Thursday, it's Markus' day. And on Friday, it's Dirk's day. Our leading day traders live every business day, every trading day to the same time. And of course, if you like to trade Forex and CFDs, you will get many benefits only with us. For example, DAX 30 or also euro dollar, typical spread right now 0.8 points or pips only without any additional commission. Check all that out on admiralmarkets.com. There you will find also something about our contact details. You can call us, you can send us email or YouTube or Facebook. Everything is linked from there. Same like our regulatory background. Enough from my side. Now it's time for the day trader of today. This is Markus. Good morning, good day. What's your view to the markets today?
Wonderful. Good morning, Jens, and to all of our attendees here in this webinar. So let's switch to my screen. Jens, thank you very much for the great introduction this morning. Yes, welcome to another webinar in this week, in this webinar row. It's a great pleasure and honor for me that you spend your lifetime with me in this webinar. And you know, success is not a fantasy, it's a real formula. And this is my trading approach. You can see in this slide, and we know a trend continuation, ladies and gentlemen, is always more likely than a trend break, around 64 to 72% of a probability of the trend continuation. That is the great that's the big deal in our trading. And yes, with this trading approach burned in our brain, in our mind, we want to look at the markets. But first, we have to look back. We have to look back what we did in the last 6 trading days. Here we are. We did 2 trades with the expert advisor, Dowhow Fiber Pro. You can use it if you want. You can check it. You can test it. Ask me about my homepage. There you can test the expert advisor. And you can see this was the week before. Profit factor 2.05. And last week we did 2 trades with profit factor 2.50. And second week in a row profitable. Let's see what trades we did, because about our preparation of the market last week, as you know. So we did 2 trades, Canadian, Japanese yen. We wanted to make a short. Here we are. You can see it. Here we had the trend. Here was the correction. Here occurs the balance candle, Heikin Ashi. It's really easy. And first the trend goes a little bit against us, but after that we are decreasing very sharply to the lower side, and we reach our target at starting this on Monday, and a great trade, and then we reached our target. The second trade we did yesterday, that's a really bad thing. That was a really bad and stupid thing, but it's used to be in August. It's a vacation month. It's less liquidity in the market actually, but the direction was correct and our approach was absolutely correct and fine. You can see we had this trend up and the correction. Here we have the balance candle. It's a signal to make this trend, and now we were inside of the market, and the price goes in our or went in our direction, and I know it's I think around 20 pips close to our target, but it was middle in the night. But 20 pips close to our target, the price moved in the other direction and running in the stop. So what should I say? Damn market. You know what I mean. So, but welcome in the jungle, welcome to market, welcome to the trading. So that's but it's I guess it's a little bit vacation month, and yeah, it's stupid thing. Okay, but we were successful. The other trade was a great winner here, and this was a little bit loser. So, but we are in the plus with our account, and this is the most important thing. You see, our trading approach is very important. We are on the right side because our work, our job, what we have to do is to prepare the market, to set up, to look at the bigger trend. So you know we have the probabilities of around about 72%. So we want to do the same for the next week, up to now, to next Thursday. And I prepared some trades for you. And let's start with Aussie New Zealand dollar. So it's always the same procedure what we have to do. No, Peter, gold is not on my list because gold is decreasing sharply down, is in the move. There are no chance to make any trade. Never fight against the trend. So in gold, yesterday, gold decreases very sharply to the lower side, and there's no chance to make any trade. I am looking for trades I can make. I can make money. It doesn't matter what kind of underlying I have here. So, but sorry, gold is not on my list for the next weeks. Maybe next week in the next webinar, but not yet. Okay, Aussie New Zealand dollar. You can see we have a trend. We are actually in the correction, and look at this one. We moved here. Actually, this point too. That's really interesting. And now you know a trend continuation. A trend continuation is more likely than a trend break. So this is the bigger trend, and we want to make in the hourly chart. And now we have to wait if we have here a valid trend. Actually, we have, and now we are waiting for the next signal, because the rest is the job from my expert advisor. So put it on your watch list, Aussie New Zealand dollar long. The same as last week, Canadian Swiss franc. Yes, we had a little bit more correction in the last few days, but the trend is still valid. So we get a trend break with a close below this point too, but not yet. As long as the price doesn't leave this correction zone to the lower side, a trend continuation is more likely than a trend break. That's the rule. That's the tenet of one of the Dow theory. So this is the bigger trend. Switch to the lower trend, to the hourly chart, the leading trend here. And you can see we had here an uptrend, but unfortunately, it's not broken. It's not, because for a broken trend, we need a close below this point 2, this point 3, sorry, here, this correction point, but we didn't. It's only spikes. They put the stops there, and now maybe a trend continuation here to the upper side. So, but we need a real or a regular signal, and then we can make some trades. Put it on the watch list. Canadian Swiss franc still for the next 6 days. And Swiss for Japanese yen, you can see daily chart, movement, correction, movement, still in the correction, but we didn't leave this correction zone to the lower side, to the downside, and you can see we have a little bit stabilization here, so the probabilities are to lower side. So, and if the smart money is supporting us, we can switch to the hourly chart. Look at this one here. We can here. And now we have to wait. Look at this one. Maybe we will have here an uptrend. Look at this one. Movement, correction, movement, correction. Here is the correction zone in this area here. And as long as the price doesn't leave this area to the lower side, a trend continuation is more likely than a trend break supported by the daily chart. This is the most important thing. So wait to the expert advisor. Do it by yourself. Yeah, put it on your watch list. Japanese yen, Swiss franc, Japanese yen long as well. One of the seldom short trades actually in that moment is euro to the Aussie dollar, and you can see we have here a little bit of downtrend, so the big downtrend, and included in this big downtrend you can see this one, movement, correction, movement, and now we are in the correction and the probabilities are more on the lower side. So this is basically a situation in the daily chart, the leading trend in the daily chart at the moment. I don't know how will the chart looking at the next week, but I think actually it's more on the lower side. So that's the reason I look for the short, only short. You can see here we have this trend. The problem was this candle of the last night, because we got some data last night from Australia. So you can see this was a very liquid and yes, I lost the word. You know what I mean? This great candle, volatility candle. So this is I get the right word. And so what we need now is a little bit more correction to the lower side, at least 38%. That is one of my rules, 38% Fibonacci. Then we have a signal, and then we can make a trend to the lower side. We will see next week, but put it on your watch list, euro to the Aussie dollar. Next one, euro, British pound, nothing changed to last week. It's still an uptrend. We are in a correction. Now you can see today we have a little bit more probabilities on the upper side. So on the hourly chart, we're waiting for a signal. Maybe tomorrow or Monday, I don't know, but this is one of the most important trades for the next days. Euro, British pound to lower side, supported by the daily chart. Does your rule work also in other times? Yes. Funktioniert in jedem, it's working in every chart from 1 minute. In 1 minute, the bigger trend is maybe 10 minutes. If you want to trade in 5 minutes, the bigger trend is hourly chart. If you want to hourly chart, daily chart, and something else. So we do it in my trading education service. We make day trading on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday in 5 minutes. And here's the bigger trend is the hourly chart. It works. The expert advisor works in every time frame, depending on the bigger chart, bigger trend size. So euro, Japanese yen. Here we have, what's that? So you see only long. Why? That's the question. Look at this one. We reached a really interesting support zone. Look at this one. Here is a great support zone. This is a daily chart. The last report on May this year, and here against now. So this is the probability that we can have here stabilization, and that's the reason why I choose a long trade for the hourly chart, because it's the support zone, and maybe the price will stabilization here. It makes a little bit up move, bounce of that situation of this price level to the upside, and this is the reason why I'm looking in the hourly chart for a long trade. And you can see a little bit, put it on your watch list, euro to the Japanese yen, a little bit to the upper side. So British pounds, Aussie dollar. This is an uptrend, a downtrend. Sorry, you can see it. It's, we have here a big trend to the lower side, as well this one, movement, correction, movement. You can see it's really easy, right? Movement, and now we are in a correction, and the trend continuation is more likely than a trend break. This is the reason why we choose in the Aussie, British pound to Aussie, more pressure on the British pound. So what we need is here the next correction in this red correction zone, and if it will occur some reversal signals like a balanced candle Heikin-Ashi there, then you can make your trend to the lower side. British pound to Aussie dollar, put it on your watch list. New Zealand Swiss franc, long. Why? It's a downtrend. It's easy. Look, it's a divergence. Look at this one. Connect the two lower lows, and you can see here on the RSI, it's a double bottom. So this is a great signal for the next, maybe the next correction up to this correction zone. This situation, this is one of the optional situation in the bigger chart, in the higher time frame, which can support us in the hourly chart. We have a long move. We have a divergence in the RSI. It's one of the strongest technical signals which we can use in trading. So, and now we have to wait if we have here the stabilization, and if we will get here a new uptrend in one of the next correction, the signal will occur, and then you can make your uptrend. A really, really interesting and strong signal, ladies and gentlemen. New Zealand Swiss franc, put it on your watch list. New Zealand Japanese yen, it's forget it. That's so wrong. It's no divergence here on that side. It's in the move. Forget it's my fault. US dollar Canadian. So it's long. Why it's long? It's really easy. Look, we have here this big uptrend. You can see it here. And we have a little bit corrective downtrend, but now we bounced here at this price level of this 0.2 here. That's very interesting here. And now we are still on the move to the upper side. The trend continuation, ladies and gentlemen, is always more likely than a trend break. So look, here's our signal. Here's our signal. How here you can make your uptrend, your trade, with an entry above this balance candle, and now we want to go from red to red. You can see the target is here on the upper side, and the stop is below this 0.3 here. So this is a great chance as well. In the US dollar Japanese yen, the bigger trend is facing upwards in our direction, in a long direction. Use it in the US dollar Japanese yen. You see the trend is still valid, but we stopped out here. Bah, great stuff. But now you can see the trend is still valid because we didn't have here a close, and you can see. Watch out! Look at this one. A smaller uptrend. Bingo. Movement, correction, and now maybe next movement. And as long as the price doesn't leave this point here, The trend is still valid and we can use it for the next long trend. So I guess US dollar Canadian, US dollar Japanese yen, and Swiss for Japanese yen. That's the most important trades we can make the next 2 or 3 days. So that was my market outlook, and with make money in the market. I think it's not, I don't see any sense if I analyze to make S&P 500 or DAX. If I can make money there, it occur here in my list. But you can see no S&P, no gold, no DAX. The charts are very dirty at the moment. So, and I want to make money, and I don't have to waste time, ladies and gentlemen. I don't have to waste time. I only have one life, and I want to make it as valuable as possible. So, and trading is not the most important thing. So prepare your trades. Let the chart, let the expert advisor do its job, and everything is fine. So I wish you a wonderful rest of the week. Enjoy your time, and additionally, I had a great weekend. We will see us next week. So, and with these words, thank you for your time. Thank you for your lifetime. Wish you all the best and take care. And with that words, back to Jens.
Thank you, Markus. Tomorrow is another day. Our goal is quick and smart, 15 to 20 minutes. So for today, we are ready and finished. And tomorrow, same time, again, if you like to see us here, 5 days a week, 5 different traders. And if you'd like to see that again by Markus, a couple of hours later, it will be available in our YouTube channel, youtube.com/AdmiralMarketsFX, and you will find it there. Thanks a lot. All the time, good trades, and greetings from Berlin.